Phantom back. Smack. Hey, there's some rubber scrap over there, just right for the taking. Nice. Some bark wood scrap for you. Smell that? It's the glurp paddock. Chubser must be nearby. He's heard what's happened to you and wouldn't have blamed you a bit if you'd given up and gone on back home. He'd have done that long ago. Suppose you're right about that. Any home you might have still has to sit somewhere in the world after all. He's impressed by the courage needed to get you to this point. He knows that he'd have strayed from the path long ago. Under threat or not, the thought of home is just too appealing to him. He hopes that you'll find a way to save the Tree of Life, and along with it, the world, and all the homes in it, including his. If your home means anything to you, well, he doesn't care. He just wants you to think about those like him who can't do much to save theirs. Sometimes he wonders what life would be like if he lived somewhere else. Different home, different him. Says you might not say that if you had a home. But you came here instead, right? Surprised the world's going to survive. Guesses he can keep his home now.
MUSTERPLAN.
Believes you tried your best to make things better, and not just for yourself.
MUSTERPLAN.
Heard the Myriad welcomed you into their home. It's so bright and airy. Did it scare you that way?
Piada Winsila Goyo.
Amazed about that. Seems like it might be too uncozy to call home.
Botse Winsila Goyo.
The homes of others don't really matter that much, though.
Mansela Fat Winsila Goyo.
He says whatever you think, big isn't better. It's just bigger. What you see here isn't what you get. There's more going on than meets the eye.
Segaya Lama Yaba.
His name is Chubsa. A name doesn't mean much, maybe, but you should know he's built his foundation on something larger than himself.
Ekanisala Vai Wa.
Now, with the world on the brink of destruction and all, the time has come for him to find a new home that's better suited to his needs.
Munteo Mastula.
Says it's been fantastic for him so far, but he's outgrown it. It's time to move on to something bigger.
Fiona Kumu Unu Salafi.
Chubsa says there's no place like home. Even though he's on it, in mind, heart and body, he feels he's far from the place he wants to be.
Kumu Unu Salafi Yamafore Domedahunga.
If you truly get in touch with something from the scorched earth, like a carrot, you get in touch with the land in such a way you feel in touch with true life. Once he gets going, you'll understand. Chubsa wonders if you've seen any carrots in the ground nearby. He's been needing one for a while, but now he needs to act before it's too late.
Baskilka Michael Tagukal.
As long as it's not after it's swallowed down.
Love to see you shine on.
No one likes Perky. Perky's so uncool.
The night may be cool, but you sure ain't.
I am too cool.
If you have to tell people you're cool, you're not.
Tickety-tock, no daylight left to waste. It's a rare sight. Treasure it. Wildlife here is teetering on the brink of extinction. We all are. The meat-eater again. Nothing seems to satiate his hunger. The note is done for unless you intervene. You can always find some use for rubber scrap. someone has to end this plague before it's too late. That's unique. A string plonk that survived the long ago. It's tune pushers we used to inflict ear feels. Let's find out if it still works. You need to get the notes in harmony to make the string plonk tuned. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Music to anyone's ear. Entire farm poisoned by toxic rats. Don't stay there long. Bangarang! Hey, a mount has no gears to grind. Right between the eyes. Don't look that beastie in the sears. Looks like some solid wood scrap there. You have a good eye for that stuff.
Ziehe Badayan Analove, Segaya Lama Yaba,
Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one...
Baba Zulu,
Not sure if you're likable enough to be let in on it.
Mansela Fat,
Says you look trustworthy. Might as well tell you where it is.
Mustakabala Nukun Dunash,
Says the Myriad tribe is known for their spiritual light.
Mansela Fat,
Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. A story has got to keep moving forward. Leave rubber scrap lying around like that. Old brick-bracks like that, sometimes still full of good things. Ride like the wind. Lupa-Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Tread carefully here. This is Lupa-Lupin's camp. Lupa-Lupin says he's been looking at you. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy, only vengeance. He can see that you're not like your mother. There's something different about you. Maybe you would have made a better decision than she did, and let them be. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. Lupa-Lupin says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come, and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had. He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours. The story will go on as long as there is someone there to listen.
Iboda kelmok oluwoya lo yalubatoluyu.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Honto kontue pon yevun goja.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east.
Kutuvun poputowe koyetu koreboy.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Noko.
Loto lu bayo. Ikama perna. Kim hobe bekoko hifar muk.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped.
Tulua ba volua.
Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Atu awa ya ea ugambun ang ugagad yebromo vufu.
He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared.
Hikobe. Ifari kobo farmo.
Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Kobwa yake.
He's happy to help.
Tolu keta. Ya wawanawe.
Says you're welcome back. Nothing is dry anymore. You don't have it in you right now. You've got more than a flesh wound. Close encounter. Amazing how much that helps. Right where it cuts. Healthier than ever. The sun is high. You need to turn the pegs in sync. Just a few moves left. Make them count. You really put a spin on it. That's a keeper. Says it's good to see you out here at this time of night. Understands you have other places you need to go. The light you see at night is brighter than you think. This is an epic already. How it ends is up to you. An old munch house. Imagine having hot food brought to you. Finish up. Personal. Now that's a flesh wound. That's going to leave a mark. Shot. Oh, ouch! It's shockingly dark out there.
Circa full of in the horse. I arin kashumal.
If we take the tree's health for granted, it's sure to rot before our eyes.
Vaksa u inta badan.
Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. You need to align the knobs so that they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. The world is waking up with dawn. breathe a little lighter now that day's returning. That's a putty-upper plaza. Some were actually trying to build something before it all started to end. Ooh.